Some dude was following the jury bus today. I guess it's a bus. Judge Schroeder did describe it, which I'm not sure that was a good idea. But whatever the case, some dude following the jury bus around ran a red light to try to keep up with it and got nailed by the cops. It turns out the guy was on a mission for MSNBC. So what did Agent Monkey Wrench do here that was so bad? Well, I went to the experts to find out what's the big deal. And you know what? I guess there really isn't much of a big deal. I don't see any harm in this. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
All right, where did I go? Well, I'm going to go to the news source that I can trust. These guys are always about transparency, telling us the truth, and digging hard to uncover facts and evidence for us. So I went to MSNBC and their webpage to find out more about this secret agent man sent out to tail the jury bus with his infinite surveillance skills. Well, let's see. What do we got? Here's MSNBC. Here's the main page. And we got an article here on the 2022 midterms and something about Trump. It's not time for Democrats, whatever Democrats, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. County clerk. Oh, here's something about Kyle Rittenhouse. How will the U.S. react to the Rittenhouse verdict? The signs aren't good. Well, I went ahead and read that one, and according to them, the verdict was likely to cause a lot of violence from the right. I'm not joking. That's what it says. Something about the Republican Party, ex-cop's deathbed, prosecutors reportedly have tapes of indicted GOP congressmen, Wyoming GOP. Gee, I don't see anything here. Julius Jones, Trump. And I'm looking more. I just don't see anything. Oh, here's something on Kyle. Kyle Rittenhouse's future now hinges on one simple question. Is he guilt or innocent? Maybe that's it. Let's take a quick look at this. Generally, someone who provokes an attack is unable to use self-defense, but Wisconsin law is a little more generous. Actually, not really. The idea that you can escape your attacker and reclaim your right to self-defense is not unusual. Something about his outrageously poor judgment in bringing a semi-automatic rifle to a protest. This sounds like something I can cover later. Whatever the case, I don't see anything in there about this secret agent dude chasing after the jury bus. It must not be a big deal. Well, of course it is a big deal. Can anybody here think of a good reason why this person would be following that jury bus? I can only think of a few reasons, and none of them are good. One, he wants to take pictures of the jurors. Two, he wants to get the license plate numbers of the jurors' cars. 3, he wants to send a message to the jurors that we know who you are. I can't think of anything else. That's about it. Of course, NBC has weighed in. They said here, last night, a freelancer, got to make sure we mention the word freelancer, he's not one of us, received a traffic citation. While the traffic violation took place near the jury van, he just happened to be nearby. The freelancer never contacted or intended to contact the jurors during deliberations. Now let's see here. He's a freelancer, and according to you, he's not really with us. He's a freelancer. Then how do you know that he never intended to take photographs? Did you ask him? Or are you a mind reader? Or better yet, do you know why he was doing it? We regret the incident. Why? Why do you regret the incident if you had nothing to do with it? and will fully cooperate with the authorities on any investigation. Let me give you guys a clue out there what that means. When they say will fully cooperate with the authorities, they mean if you present us a subpoena, we'll go ahead and turn over any evidence that the subpoena requests or demands. That's what fully cooperate means. Seriously, that's what it means. In their mind, full cooperation means doing what they're required to do. So, for example, the police pull you over and they finally tell you, get out of the car. Okay, you have to get out of the car. That's the law. I don't care, sovereign citizens, you're wrong. Okay, you do have to get out of the car. And therefore, you do. You're fully cooperating. Okay, if they ask you to get out of the car and you say, no, I refuse, you're not uncooperative at all. You're just simply not go along. But if they tell you you have to and you get out, that's called full cooperation. They're doing the same thing. They're only going to give evidence to the authorities if they're absolutely required to. And in their mind, that's full cooperation. So what really happened? Well, most likely this is the result of a manager, and we already know who it is. It's who decided that it would be great if we could get some photographs of the jurors. And so she sent some poor bastard on his way to tail the jury bus, and because he's a total amateur, he doesn't know how to tail a vehicle without being discovered. Most likely, the bus saw the person behind them and started wondering what the hell's going on. Or there were police that were following the bus because part of their job is to make sure that no one else follows the bus. And they notice, gee, this guy seems to always turn where the bus is going. And he even ran a red light to keep up with the bus. And so, yeah, it looks like he was tailing the bus. And of course, he was, because he named the person who sent him on his way. And she just happens to be a manager at NBC. Coincidence? No, come on. It's not a coincidence. In my opinion, this is the last straw. I think that the judge needs to go ahead, fire off a mistrial here without prejudice. You can't really do a with prejudice on this event because you'd have to show that the prosecution was involved in setting this up, and there's no evidence of that. However, I think a mistrial without prejudice is in order. And in the next video, I'll tell you why. Like my video, subscribe to my channel.